Welcome to all subscribers. Welcome to today's live stream. I'll begin in a minute. Just a second, guys. All right, so we can begin now. I hope all of you can see the video and audio clearly. If there are any issues, just put it in the live chat and I'll look for it. So let's start. If you're watching on any other platform, I would recommend the best quality video you would be able to see on the Strike YouTube channel. So let me know if you face any issues there. All right, so let's begin looking into what are we seeing today in the markets. So just a second. So the Nifty seems to be consolidating in a range above 20,150 or 20,200, and right now we are seeing mixed kind of action. As you can see, Nifty is marginally positive and 30 stocks are up, while in Nifty 500 the breadth is weak. Only 205 stocks are up. In terms of sectors, uh, almost all sectors are seeing some kind of profit booking, but except the public sector banks and public sector enterprises. And the only other index which is positive more than more than 0.5% is Nifty Auto. So we're seeing exceptional strength in Nifty PSU Bank, as we have been discussing in previous sessions as well. You can see many stocks are up more than 10-15%, and all the stocks are positive here. So this is one sector that is very strong in the short term. So where you should be, looking for strength in this kind of a market. In terms of other sectors, there is a strong rotation. So today you can see auto is performing really well with M&M leading the rise. I remember M&M popping up in one of these scans in the last trading session or so. So that is a few ways we are trying to look for stock specific signals as well as sector specific signals. So before diving much deep into it, let's look at the options OI. So we're seeing, you can see PCR is almost equal for 21st of expiry, and also note tomorrow the market is closed on account of I think Ganesh Chaturthi. So that's why options activity may be less in this week, and we also have overnight events from the US like the FOMC meet and all. So 20,200 seems to have the highest call open interest, and 20,100 is having highest put open interest. So will this be the range, or we see any breakout or breakdown? It remains to be seen. For Bank Nifty, highest put OI at 46,000 and highest call OI at 46,200. And Bank Nifty's expiry is day after tomorrow, that is the Wednesday, since tomorrow is market close. So yeah, in terms of the future activity, almost 113 stocks are showing short buildup. So the activity in FNO segment is actually weak. So this would be interesting when we look at the momentum swing indicators, because those are run on the FNO segment. So we'll look at there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the overview of the market. Now we'll look at the FIDI data, the sentiment diffusion, and then at the end of it, we'll look at the charts of Nifty, Bank Nifty, and also scan for any setups if there are any. If you have any questions, just keep putting them. We'll be taking all questions at the end. So let's start with the FIDI data. Marginally positive in the cash market from FIIs for 2 days, and DIs have been continuously buying this rally. In terms of derivatives data for FIIs is looking still bullish. They are adding on to index futures and selling more puts than calls, which is also net bullish. Right now, the net position for the FIIs in index futures is 62,000 contracts, which if we see on a plotted graph like this, you would see 60,000 is actually the close to the upper end of this range, but it can also rise towards 90,000, which is the second orange line here. So it has reached the first level where one would look for some kind of a topping formation, but it still has room to go further up or even form some divergences before we see anything major. But yeah, this is clearly bullish now that they're holding on to their long positions. So let's look at the momentum swing as well. So as I said, since most stocks are seeing short side action in the FNO segment, swing is declining. The on 12th it made a low of 26, and today the live value is at 27, so almost at this level. So with the market not really reacting to it, the swing is constantly coming at the oversold zone. So if we see some kind of a dip here in the market, I wouldn't be surprised if swing gets below 20 because it's already at 27. And then from there on, we need to see whether we start seeing a bounce back immediately or not. In terms of average swing, that has also cooled down from levels of 87 to 44. So we can see a rebound in both the swing indicators. In terms of PCR that I've been highlighting, we have reached this 1.05 level in the very short term. So yeah, we did took a break at 1.06, and right now it's at 1.03 based on yesterday's close yesterday's EOD data. Today's data will be coming in at today's EOD. So we need to see whether we see further build up here or are we reversing on the at least the PCR front, because this is an indicator that can also form divergences. It need not rise constantly with the market, and when there are enough divergences, it can indicate at a short-term top or a bottom. In terms of diffusion, where we actually spotted the strength in Nifty, you would see even if the stocks with RMI buy or the swing are declining, but specifically for Nifty, if we just look at the smallest moving average, that is the 20-day average, that number is not budged yet. It is actually risen from 92 to 94, which means one more stock is trading above 20 DMA today. So on that front, the weakness is not yet visible on the Nifty index, at least. As you can see, previously also it can remain in the range of 90 to 80, but right now it's still at 94. So strength is there in terms of Nifty. If we try to look at other indices like mid cap, then in mid cap you would see it had made a lower high here, and now it's again declining below 80 level. So this is a sign that Nifty is stronger than the mid cap index right now. Even let's look at small cap. Same is the case here. You can see it fell from 93 to directly 59, and then a rebound till 74, and now today's live figure is 67, which indicates that right now only 67% of the small cap 100 stocks are above their 20-day average, which is way less than the Nifty's number of 94. So in terms of holding important supports and levels, Nifty's internals are looking better than the other indices. So that is a point to be noted for traders and investors, that where the strength is right now when mid caps or small caps are compared with large caps. So still large caps are looking better. If I'm looking at stocks with RMI buy, so this is the small cap. You can see this number is already at 30, and on previous occasions we have actually seen this number picking up from 25 to 30 levels and market continuing the rise from there. So this is from small cap index point of view, it may look like a oversold kind of a reading already on the stocks with RMI buy. Look at other indices as well. Even the 500 looks similar. Mid cap also the number is already at 25, and for the Nifty total market as well, it's already at 31. So for the headline index, that is Nifty, it was above 90 for a couple of sessions, and now it has cooled off to about 78. So if you would look at it from purely relative strength point of view, then one thing is clear, that Nifty is stronger. Large caps are stronger than the other segments of the market. But also, since the number is reaching to an oversold reading for the other indices, one needs to be aware if there is a rebound there, then the focus can quickly shift as well, since we are into a market with a lot of rotation. So that is the approach. One has to be quick in such kind of markets and take quick decisions. So that is a quick insight into the diffusion indicators. Now let me quickly jump to the charts of Nifty and Bank Nifty. So on daily charts, not much change. I'm going to the setup chart directly. So I'll go down to the hourly. We were we noticed this negative divergence with the RMI. I think in the previous stream. I'm so sorry. So, but it had still held above the 20-hour average that is currently at 20,141, and it has the RMI has remained in bearish mode. Right now, even the Dow trend is hinting at a change in trend on at least the hourly time frame. So I think 20-hour average, which is continuously getting protected, you can see once, twice, thrice, and now fourth time. If this breaks, then we can see some bearish action in the Nifty index. So the level is 20,141 on the 20-hour average, below which the support will be the 40-hour average and the lower Bollinger Band. That range is 20,044 to 20,056. So this level needs to be watched out for, below which we can get another further 100 points dip on the Nifty. For Bank Nifty, going to the setup chart, daily no real change as of now. In hourly, in hourly, here also we notice the similar negative divergences, and the Dow trend had gone into bearish mode a couple of hours back only, and right now you can see this turning red means it is hinting at a break of 20-hour average, which has been a key support during all of this rally. So if this gets taken out on the downside, that is 46,075. If it breaks, the support that will open up is the lower band, that is 45,857, and the 40-hour average, that is at 45,783. So broadly, if 46,075 breaks on hourly closing basis, another 200 to 50 point dip can be expected on the Bank Nifty index. However, if 20-hour averages are saved on both the indices, then we may continue to inch up. So that is that, and let's have a look at the PSU Bank Index also, since we have been checking it daily, and it has been one of the strongest sectors to be in. So clearly trending up. Let's see if we have anything noticeable on hourly. So no real change here. We did notice this fresh buy signal on 13th of September, and it has continued all the way, and it's still in bullish mode. This remains one of the strongest sector in the current rally at least. Let's go to the scanners and try to look for any signals. I'm going to the Dow Trend Scanner and selecting indices as well as FNO basket, and I'm looking for signals on the daily chart. So you can see by the look of it, I can see more up to down stocks rather than down to up stocks. So which explains that the more of the momentum is on the downside. So one needs to be very picky with the kind of stocks you are trading or investing into in such kind of a market. If you are a hardcore trader and looking for shorting setups also, then also this can be helpful for you if stocks are giving signals on any of the scanners. Just trying to look for any important signal here. So this is Nifty Media. It has been continuously into Dow Trend bullish throughout this rally, and right now if it's breaking this low, then you can see that the Dow Trend is turning bearish from here on. Another big stock that is popping up here is HDFC Bank, which is having major weightage in both Nifty and Bank Nifty, and it is, if it's breaking this previous low today on closing basis, its Dow Trend will also change to down. That is some important observations one needs to take care of in terms of stock selection. In terms of the RMI scanner, here also as expected, there are more new bearish signals rather than bullish. On indices front, the Nifty metal is going into sell mode, and Nifty CPS is also going into sell mode. These are the two indices. Even Nifty Next 50 is also hinting at a bearish crossover. So these are the places one needs to be careful. Very, very less bullish signals. The one is Pidilite Industries, another is M&M. So again, stock specific approach seems to be suitable for such kind of a market. And if at all you are a short side trader, then you can use any of the scanners as per your liking. Let's try doing a seasonality backtest from today for the next 30 days for the sectors. If we see any important pattern, we can highlight. So metal is actually coming at top with a 70% win rate for the next 30 days. So next 30 days would mean from 18th of September to 18th of October. But right now, as we saw, it was giving a bearish crossover. So I think one needs to wait for that as well. Let's go to the chart. So yeah, as we discussed, Dow Trend went bearish on this candle, which was a big red candle and engulfed previous swing lows. And then RMI had whipsawed a couple of times, and now finally it is in sell mode. So it looks like there is some room pending for this to complete its cycle, which can also bring down the metal index to this daily averages range, or probably a parallel channel like this. So even then, there is some patience required on this front as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it on the update for today. So you can come up with your questions on any of the tools or any of the charts we can discuss. Waiting for the questions. Please put in your questions in the comment box. I have a couple of questions from Pankaj on Naukri and HPC. Sure. So on the daily chart, it had been into a fresh bullish cycle from about end of August, and it has seen a dip to 20 DMA and again trying to hold up. So averages are held on the daily chart. RMI is also into bullish mode, and Dow Trend is as of now into bearish mode. It will take time till it crosses this high. If we go to the hourly chart, then also as of now it's holding above the averages. So actually, let me go to weekly to get a broader view. So on the weekly chart, it had rallied from 13th of March, that is the March bottom, to about August, and then it retraced for 2 weeks to the 40-week average, and it has held the weekly averages, but the momentum is not there as of now, since weekly averages are also, weekly RMI is also in sell and weekly Dow Trend is also in sell mode. So there is still some catch up to happen if it has to go up straight away. So yeah, I mean, no no important supports have been broken on this chart as of now, but there is a need for some upward momentum to catch up speed. The other one was HPCL. So here also you can see RMI has had been whipsawing into buy sell, and then again buy, but there was no clear movement from the price, and even Dow Trend had remained bearish. So on such a chart, one would give more importance to the daily averages, that is the 20-day and 40-day. So crossing 257.4 and 263.3 on daily closing basis is the key for this chart. Once it closes above both these levels, that is when you would see strength coming in. A question from Raju on ABFRL. So weekly indicators are in buy, but it has been struggling at the 40-week average, which is at 230, which which is a near-term resistance, and if cleared, one can expect more upside. On the daily chart, it has the RMI has gone into sell mode, and the Dow Trend is also bearish. So on the daily chart right now, momentum is weak, and one needs to wait for clear signals. Counts, I don't have counts on this stock. Saji is asking, can a hourly and daily combination RMI be used for intraday trades? Yeah, sure, it can be used. If a larger time frame is in a particular direction, you can always trade the smaller cycles on the intraday time frame. Any more questions? Thank you, Raju. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for today. Let's wrap it up. Okay, one more question popped up right before I was about to end. That is the NTPC. This is the trending stock. Always takes supports at daily averages and picks up from there. As of now, the RMI has hinting at a loss of momentum, but it is still looking good since it is above all the averages and supports. One can look at hourly chart as well. So yeah, I mean, right as of now, it looks to be holding well for above all the supports. So one can watch the key daily averages. Saji, if you want to trim it down to further lower time frame, the number of whipsaws will also include, also increase. I mean, so fall signals will be more on a as short time frame as you go. Of course, indicators work on all time frames, and you get more and more trades, but you also get more and more whipsaws. But if your preference is to be trading only on intraday, then maybe you have to go on a smaller time frame. But that is when you have also to manage your risk more efficiently and fastly when you see signals in the other direction. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll wrap it up for today and we'll meet you in the next streaming session.